Shalom. I want to give all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Wakahakadash. Double honors the apostles and the elders that rule well. Peace and many salutations to y'all, cameras, totally in this truth. Um, I've been paying close attention to the whole situation with the Title 42 uh, being expired. Now, for those of you who don't know what Title 42 is, basically, Title 42 was stopping immigrants from being able to enter into America due to, you know, the pandemic that was occurring. And now, you know, as of today, it has expired. It actually expired yesterday. And now there's over 500,000 people that's waiting to enter into America, that's coming to enter into America. Now, this is happening around a time to where, you know, Mexico has been showing some strong interest in becoming part of BRICS. Now, BRICS, for those of you who don't know, is a economic pact between uh, uh, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. Now, so there's other um, countries that want to enter into this pact. And in light of everything, I strongly believe that America uh, is going to find reasons to declare war on allies of BRICS. Um, now, now, there's a huge amount of people that's entering into the American states, and you know they're using the whole cartels and coyote situations. That's on the black market, these people that's engaging in saying criminal activities. They're allowing these people to come in. Not only are they allowing these people to come in, but they're actually giving people cell phones and things of that nature to track them. They're incentivizing people to come in to cause, I believe, chaos. And there would be order out of chaos. So using the Northern Tribe and Northern Tribe plight as a way to push that agenda of war. Okay, and I believe that the Northern Tribe will soon be the face of terror. Now, all these things were going on at the Title 42 being expired, the Mexican border, or the American border being compromised, and you had the shooting in Allen, which there was a lot of false information going out saying that he was part of crime cartels. But in all actuality, he was a proponent for white supremacy. It's a whole other topic. But all these things that are going on, people are going to do research. They're going to demonize the Northern Tribe. I believe that this is an attack on the so-called not Latinos, and this is really the two horns, uh, being used by that lamb, which is the Democratic and Republican Party, spoken about in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay, and he's utilizing this whole immigration ordeal as a tool to push this agenda, which will be real soon a lockdown of America. Martial law is going to be put in place, but before that, chaos have to be seen in the streets. Okay. Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And those two horns are going into the Democratic and the Republican Party. Okay, that beast, um, that beast is talking about uh, America. Okay, he's speaking as a lamb, meaning that he speaks humbly as if he's you know uh, here to help the masses, but in all actuality, he wants to put the masses on in complete captivity, and a huge catalyst to that is the MOTB. Okay, but before that, the Esau Edom needs all hell to break loose in order for him to come up with a solution. Okay, verse 12, and he exercises all the power of the first beast. That first beast is Rome before him. It causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And again, just reiterating, that first beast is going to Rome. Okay, with these various policies that Esau was implementing, he's uh, inducing the people to follow after the Edomite culture. You know what I'm saying, or to uplift. You know what I'm saying, or to approve of the uh, Adumian hegemony, which hegemony means dominance. You know what I'm saying, cultural dominance. Military dominance, things of that nature. Okay, and in order for him to do so, he uses Hegelian dialect in order to fulfill that wished that wished product, if you will, for lack of a better term, out of the people. And we're seeing this being played out right before our eyes with this whole immigration situation. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion that's being pushed out, and there's going to be a lot of violence that's going to happen due to a lot of these people that's going to be incentivized to do so. There's going to be a lot of agent provocateurs. There's going to be a lot of people that's being recruited by the cartel, coyote, things of that nature, to do criminal activities, so that Esau Edom can come in with that solution of ultimately locking down, you know what I'm saying, this place, locking down, you know what I'm saying, Babylon the Great. Okay, and I'm only speaking as a man, but I truly believe that, again, the Northern Tribe is going to be a huge catalyst to that. Northern Tribe is going to be a pawn in the will of Esau Edom. They're going to paint, you know what I'm saying, the Northern Tribe as basically terrorists, as criminals, and things of that nature. And we already see that going on in the media, especially here in Texas. Okay. Before I get ahead of myself, I want to read this for you guys. Now, this is going to Strike Source. It says how Mexico's administration and how Mexico's admission to BRICS could impact national security. Okay, that we see that. So they're already building. People are already building the argument that that with Mexico joining BRICS, this could be compromising to the national security of America. Okay, just the rundown. Recent proposals by Republicans in the U.S. Congress for military intervention in Mexico's cartel war has created controversy between the two countries. Mexican President Andres Obrador has stated that foreign intervention will not be welcome and called such suggestions irresponsible. As a result, the Mexican government has renewed its interest in joining BRICS, which could lead to trade and diplomatic complexities with the U.S. in the future. So here you have it. You've been having these Republicans say, hey, we need to intervene in these cartel wars that we see going on. Uh, and the Mexican government, president, said no. Any intervention will be irresponsible. And they want to start making pacts with BRICS so they could get allies to combat the hegemony of America, the dominance of America. Okay, now we have to understand something. Let's understand something. If America didn't want these very immigrants to get inside of the borders of Babylon the Great, they wouldn't allow it. Okay, they had the military might, they had the guns and things of that nature. They had the people that are readily, available to combat this. So you have to understand why they allowed 500,000. They say they're projecting 700 million people to just enter into the border. Okay, you have to ask yourself that. They just, we don't know what to do. All these people are just coming. Why are they allowing this to happen? Right? Why are they allowing this to happen? Because they need a situation like this to occur so they can come with a solution. Right? And that solution is going to be that sword. And again, just reiterating the main thought. They're going to use the northern tribe, so-called Latinos and natives, as a way to push that agenda. Okay, a lot of people will get caught up. Right? So this, what we see going on, this could swing in many places, or many different ways. But I really truly believe that, this is going to violently affect the northern tribe. Okay. All right. Now let's go to it. It says the background. I'm gonna get straight to it. You know what? I'll read this. It says Mexico is the second largest economic power in Latin America, with a significant GDP and purchasing power that makes it a crucial gateway to the North American market. Despite having deficits regarding immigration and trade, both Mexico and the U.S. has maintained a cordial relationship, which has been mutually beneficial. In December 2022, the two countries celebrated 200 years of diplomatic relations that have encompassed commercial, cultural, and educational ties. However, recent cartel killings of American citizens near the U.S. border has strained the relationship between Mexico and the U.S. Some Republican members of the U.S. House of Representatives have used this strategy to call for U.S. military intervention, including the option of invading Mexico to attack the cartels. In response, Mexican President Andres Obrador deemed the proposal irresponsible and stated that Mexico would not permit a foreign power to intervene. As a result of these repeated calls for U.S. military intervention, Mexico has expressed renewed interest in joining BRICS, an economic partnership between Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. Although the partnership with BRICS could mainly be economic, it could make the U.S. Congress more cautious in its dealing in statements towards Mexico diplomatically, as well as diversify Mexico's foreign relations and increase its global influence. Although the BRICS organization does not have any formal criteria for processing or admitting new members, it has stated that it has expanded by 5 countries in 2023. Mexico has previously participated in several BRICS summits and as an observer and a guest put the country in a prime position to be one of the potential 5 expansion countries. So here you have it. You have the various American citizens being killed by the cartel, and you have various U.S. representatives saying, "Hey, we need to intervene. We need to go in and combat these cartels." And the president saying of Mexico saying, "No, we're not going to allow that to happen. In fact, we're going to strengthen our uh, allies, our economic pacts with Russia." Okay, all right. Now, what do you see going on? Well, you're starting to see an influx of people. That's an understatement of immigrants crossing the Mexican border. All right, it's going to cause what? It's going to cause mass confusion. It's going to cause an uproar to people here in the U.S. Okay, and all this is being fomented for the hidden agenda of Esau Edom. Could we see an invasion from Babylon the Great into Mexico? Is very plausible, especially with all these immigrants coming in, and also, a lot of these immigrants are going to be engaged. Well, some of the immigrants are going to be engaged in crime, which the Republicans are going to use as further proof that they need to invade Mexico, okay, or strengthen up the border, saying, become more abrasive towards the northern tribe. There's so many things that could come out of this, okay? But we know, and the research that I've done, we know that Babylon the Great is fomenting a lot of this chaos for its hidden agenda. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys a clip. They're actually giving a lot of these immigrants cell phones, okay, in order to track them, in order for them to be able to maneuver in the U.S. They ask yourself, why are they giving these guys the cell phones, right? Why are they giving them cell phones? Well, they're giving them a way in which to maneuver in the U.S. Now, the U.S. is so against, immigration, things of that nature. Or the people, why are they incentivizing people to come over here? In such a disorganized way. I can understand if you are pro-asylum, things of that nature, but you're literally allowing millions, 500,000 people, nearly 1 million people just come over here undocumented. Okay? Allowing all types of people to get in. You know what I'm saying? And we have to add too, there's a substantial amount of Chinese illegal immigrants coming over here. The Moabites are coming over here. Here recently, I did a sit down on this a few weeks ago. You had Governor Abbott pass a law that prohibited illegal immigrants from being able to purchase land, in which was protested against from Chinese Americans. Okay, so a lot of these guys that are coming over here, they are males of military age. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on right now in the U.S. Man, there's a lot of things going on. I don't want to jump the gun and say too much, but I do know this. Esau Edom not going to not use this as a way to push a certain agenda. Especially against the northern tribe. Okay, But let me play this.
If they can't immediately process everybody. If they actually want to process people, it's going to take a day or two, in order to.
I'm going to put this on fast track for you guys. And I'm getting this, if you ride in the car, I'm getting this from Redact. And it's REDACTED. And it's the title of this. It's a live show. The title of this live show says "Breaking News." This is war in the U.S. Redact with Natalie and Clayton Morris. Okay, just so you can do your research for yourself. All right. But let me fast forward this a little bit because it's a particular place I'm going to start. Not right there.
Show. Thank you so much for what you're doing down there and bringing us the real story.
Yeah, thank you, Clayton. Take care.
And thanks to Nick. And, it's interesting because we were talking about the cell coverage, and then we had another report this afternoon that a lot of the illegal immigrants are being handed cell phones. And so wondering, why all the trouble with the cell network? Well, here's one migrant who says this is the cell phone that they're handed to, they're given from.
You see that? So they're given cell phones in order to communicate here in Babylon. Okay. So there's a lot of hidden agendas that's going on right now. Okay.
The United States government. This is a new cell phone. Here it is. You'll see him opening it up. And it's an ICE phone he's given this phone. And that's a regular occurrence, according to this journalist who's been on the streets there. And this is just one of the phones that they're given with a number on the back. And and you wonder why, everyone is inundating the cell network. They're also, Bill Melugin just posting this video just a few minutes ago of the Texas National Guard showing up here and in full riot gear in preparation of this. If we want to prevent a war, which is of course what we want, close the border. Close it. This should have happened a long time ago. We've been covering this story on this show for over a year now. We've had guests all over the past 12 months talking about this right here on the show. Why is this news? Remember, we covered it when President Biden went down there and did his little tour in the parking lot.
Yes.
And didn't even go to the border walls. We covered that here on the show. Totally ignored the actual problem. Didn't even speak to the Border Patrol agents to hear their frustrations at all. Once President left, a bunch of Border Patrol agents were didn't even address the problem. Didn't even address the problem of staffing shortages, being overrun and not getting support.
Also, I've paid taxes in this country for 35 years, and I've never gotten a phone. I've never even gotten so much as anything.
You never got an Obama phone? They're giving out
35 years.
Time.
Giving them money. Nothing.
So, also, one more piece of this that I want to get to is, well, what is the mood on the street? Because now that this sort of CBS News update about what President Biden intends to do with the Title 42 expiration, as we reported at the top of this segment, and as Michael Yon is there reporting, he just sent me a text saying, they're trying to wrap their heads around this because it's all mind games. He's like, because the law enforcement are being told one thing, which is to totally discount their immigration status if any kind of crime is committed. Listen to this report. This is a journalist who's been on the streets there in El Paso. Listen to this.
So if you heard what he says, the local law enforcement is being told, to disregard their immigration status, even if they commit a crime. Okay? All right? So people are being incentivized to essentially come here and act the fool, the Northern Tribe, which a lot of them are, man. A lot of the Northern Tribe, they are trying to get here and make a living, get out of the unstable, countries that they left, But again, as I'm just saying, Esau Edom's going to paint a picture that the Northern Tribe are a bunch of criminals and thugs and cartels and things of that nature, man. For his hidden agenda. Okay?
Thanks
it's funny they have.
Now he's sort of painting a picture of these old neighborhoods here in El Paso. So for the first 30 seconds or so, he's explaining these neighborhoods and a lot of the people that are in their 60s.
This is a historic district.
A lot of people that are in their 60s and 70s who are sort of being pushed out of this neighborhood, and he's sort of explaining what's happening on the streets here, and he's trying to get them to get an interview with some of the people who've been here for a long time. And so, anyway, I just wanted to provide some context here, and here's where he starts to explain exactly what the law enforcement officials are being told.
Tuberculosis, chickenpox, and other diseases and viruses that are being brought in by these people, they're scared for their life. And I'm actually going to take you guys over there to try to see if I can get you guys an interview with them so you can get first-hand look into what real El Paso citizens that are actually living this will be able to tell you guys how they feel and the stuff that they've been able to document for us, because police get called consistently by these people, but because there's no way of proving their citizenship, they basically don't report it. Police down here in El Paso have been warned not to disclose immigration status on any crime committed, and this is by higher up in the El Paso Police Department, and I quote, they told them heads will roll if this gets out to the media. They're being threatened by getting fired by the police department if they mention immigration status as far as any crimes being committed here in the city.
I mean, if I were one of those immigrants, I would not take that phone. Be like, oh no, I've heard of Edward Snowden.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
Thanks, ICE, for your ICE phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be tracking me?
That was the first thought I had when they were unwrapping that phone. I was like, oh, a tracker. Very nice, very nice.
And they'll be able to know exactly where they're going, and if they're going to corral them, as Nick was just reporting there in Brownsville, in this state park area for some sort of fast processing or whatever, or to be released, it's unclear. But if the Biden administration is, according to CBS News, going to be fast tracking the deportation process, like, we will see. Like, it's very easy to track that. It's very easy to track that. So all of these centers are being completely overrun. Border Patrol agents are like, we're throwing up our hands. And I saw a lot of people saying, no, Broken Arrow has to do with a lost nuclear weapon. That's not the case. That's one definition use of it. But in Vietnam, it was used to describe being overrun, and we need air support. We are going to be decimated. Please send in air support or we will be destroyed. And that's
this man's talking about Broken Arrow, being overrun. But I think, man, the U.S. government is allowing this to happen. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, the elite are pulling the plug on this place. Okay? All right? To usher in what? Like we always been talking about, man. We talk about this often. The technocracy. So where the elite use technology as a tool to control the masses. And a huge component of that is going to be that MOTB, okay? All right? So, yes, we're coming into that phase to where Babylon the Great is not going to be great anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, judgment is coming on this place, ultimately from Yahweh by Shemal Rashad. Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fanners. Let's read this in NLT. Jeremiah 51:2. Foreigners will come and will winnow her. So those fanners are going into immigrants. This is another way in which Babylon is going to be destroyed. The influx of people, compromising of borders. You know what I'm saying? A structure that's broken. All these people coming in, they're going to be looking for jobs, things of that nature, health care, Medicaid, things of that nature. They're allowed to get these things. That's going to raise taxes. It's going to cause even more decisions amongst the people. Sedition among the people. People are going to be fed up. And again, the people who is being used as pawns are the northern tribe. Okay? All right? Back to it. Jeremiah 51:2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Let's read this in NLT. Jeremiah 51:2. Foreigners will come and winnow her, blowing her away as chaff, They will come from every side to rise against her in her day of trouble. That's right. So this place is going to be greatly compromised, man. It's going all the way down, I count. Okay? It's going all the way down. You know, we're seeing we're literally seeing Babylon the Great, you know what I'm saying, implode on itself. Okay? It's literally implode on itself. You got to think all these things, the immigration situation going on. Then you have these derailments. You have food insecurity on the rise substantially. You have decision among people on the rise. All these things are going on, you know, and all of it's being orchestrated by Esau Edom. The Most High is putting a spirit on him to do these things, okay? All right? Ultimately, it's for the will of Yahweh by Shah, his judgment, okay? Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So Esau Edom is about to come with it. He's coming with it to issue in that fourth industrial revolution, the technocracy. Okay? All right? And you northern tribes, you about to be judged by the Heavenly Father, man. A lot of you guys that's in these states, you know that you're Israelites, you northern tribes, speaking to you so-called Latinos, and you've been so busy hating and things of that nature that you haven't been even doing the work. You know, you haven't been warning your people. So judgment is about to come on your people. Judgment about to come on your family. So what are you going to do? Okay? What are you going to do? Right? This is why, you know, we preach, you know, adamantly about prophecy, to give the people understanding about what's to happen. You know, to push a certain mindset of repentance and turning back to the Heavenly Father before all hell breaks loose, because you're going to want a covering. We're looking for a covering. All right? Let me get one more scripture. 2 Ezra 16:40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And we are entering to this spiritual battle. We have no time for doubt. We have no time for things that are distracting you, whatever. You have to get over yourself. Right now is the time to get over yourself. Fight and pray to the Lord to get over yourself. Get over yourself. Okay? So right now we're about to enter into that time, man. It's about to be a time like no other. Okay? It's about to be a time like no other. Now it's not the time to play and, you know, be in your feelings and all that shit. Those cats out there that are distracted with their emotions, man, the Most High is not dealing with them right now. Especially with everything that's going on. Okay? So we have to make ready to battle. The spiritual battle we're about to enter. In the spiritual battle is about to become physical. It's about to be all hell on in Babylon the Great. Very soon. Okay? Back to it. 2 Ezra 16:40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And then how do we make ready? How have we been getting ready? Prophesying. Getting ourselves together. Taking rebuke, receiving rebuke, giving rebuke. You know what I'm saying? Getting yourself ready for the times that we're about to enter into. It's about to be all hell on the planet Earth, man. Wake up. and in those evil be even as pure upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose, he that occupies merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he shall not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. All these things that we have going on is secondary and really empty if we think about it when it compares to the day of the Lord, which is about to happen. All these things that we are occupied in will not matter. Okay? There's about to be an invasion here in Babylon the Great. Okay? I'm not talking about the northern tribe. People aren't really talking about the Moabites that are coming. Okay? It's about to come and buy up a substantial amount of land. You know what I'm saying? Not just Texas, but Louisiana or Arizona. Okay, all these places. Okay? Verse 45. And therefore they that labor in vain, for strangers shall reap their fruits, and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. And this is what we see going on. Okay? A lot of these immigrants that are over here that are not necessarily northern tribe, that are not northern tribe, but Moabites, things of nature, they're being funded to be over here by the UN. Okay? So there's a lot of things that's going on that's going to affect you, individually speaking, in the near future. We have to be ready, spiritually speaking. Okay? All this shit does not matter. Alright? So we got to pay attention to what's going on, man. Pay attention. Give all praise to my Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostle Ezra well. Teach many saints, I can to Shalom.